What's going on, guys? It's Young Welfare. Now today let's talk about something very important. This is about LCX. Now I want you guys to understand this coin jumped up from around 4 cents to the tops of 8 cents. That's damn near, if not a double in price. Okay, I want you guys to understand that we have to look at this chart. Okay, now as you can see, here's the actual all-time high of 8.1 cents. Okay, now it went from 8.1 cents to around, now it's at 7 cents. Okay, so it kind of dipped 10 cents minus. Okay, now I want you guys to understand we're living in a time in cryptocurrency where the bull run hasn't even started yet. Okay, the bull run has not even started yet. I want you guys to understand, if you just go to the all-time graph at LCX, we can clearly see that the all-time high for if you just spread this graph out a little bit, can you kind of even go on? How did I spread it out? There we go. Okay, let's spread it out so I can get to the all-time high. Okay, now the all-time high for LCX in the past bull run was 45 cents. Okay, now I want you guys to understand this is going to be minuscule compared to the price at LCX in the next bull run. Now I want you guys to understand the first actual target for LCX is going to be around $1. Then we can aim for the $1.50. Now, what you guys should be doing right now is packing your bags, because we're going to take a trip on your favorite rocket ship, okay? We're going to take a trip on your favorite rocket ship. And I want you guys to understand that regarding the bull run, we have around a year to prepare, okay? We have a year left of actual low prices before we start seeing these coins take off. And the reason I say this is because we are in the month of July right now. Now, if you guys don't know, Bitcoin's halving event actually happens in 2024 of May. So what this indicates is the next bull run. Okay, now I want you guys to understand that if you don't know what Bitcoin halving is, pretty much the supply chain of Bitcoin, or the supply, shall I say, is split in half. Okay, it's split in half. So that means the amount of circulating coins, the supply of Bitcoin is split in half. The production of Bitcoin is split in half. Now, what is this going to do to Bitcoin? If we just go on a Bitcoin graph real quick, we just go over here real quick and go on a Bitcoin graph. What this is actually going to do is destroy the bears, okay? Now, why did I say when Bitcoin halves is going to destroy the bears? Because the demand is going to go through the roof, because there's going to be less Bitcoin supply now. Now, every 4 years this happens, all right? Now, if we just go to the last bull run, it was in 2020 and 2021, okay? Now, what that indicates is this is going to happen in 2024 to 2025. So what this pretty much says, guys, is you have around a year and a few months to get yourself some LCX, okay? Now, we know the price target, or the price of LCX, is very, very high compared to what it was, but this is still a gem, because I do believe LCX can go to $2 in the next bull run. Now, the reason I say this is because if we look at the utility of this coin, it is the only regulated exchange. I'll keep saying it. I say it over again every video, based in Liechtenstein, okay? Now, recently, SEC attacked a lot of coins saying they're securities, right? Matter of fact, LCX was one of them, okay? LCX was actually a coin that was attacked by SEC, and they claim it's a security. But guys, you can't let that stop you from gaining and actually accumulating LCX. The reason I say this is because LCX is already regulated, okay? So when SEC comes for LCX, there'll be no actual case. It's not going to be a case. It's going to be dismissed, because this coin right here is one of the safest investments I think you could put your money into. Main reason being is because, as I said already, they're regulated. And I want you guys to understand, if we just go on the converter over here, right? So if you just go to the converter over here, right, as you can see right here, if you guys were to put in, let's say you work a job, right? I think it's very viable for you to put in $2,000 into this coin, okay? Now, that will make you have over 27,000 LCX, okay? So now if you just go in a calculator with your $2,000, okay? With your $2,000, we can actually see how much you're going to get, okay? So If we just times that by $1.50, you've made over $41,000 off of a $2,000 investment. Now, there's nowhere in the world that you can do that, okay? Now, there's nowhere else in the globe or the financial system or any vehicles in this world where you can generate $38,000 profit off a $2,000 investment. I can't keep stressing this to you guys. These prices here, they're not always going to be here. When you look at LCX at 7 cents, it's not a price that's always going to be sticking around, okay? I want you guys to believe me, because this is not financial advice, but if we look at the last bull run, it went from 2 cents. So at 2 cents, that was around. So in June, the coin was 2 cents. In June of 2021, the coin was 2 cents. Okay. Now in December, the coin went to 45 cents. Okay. So that's around June, July, August, September, October, November, December. In 7 months' time, it did a 20x. In fact, more than a 20x. It did like a 23x, okay? So, when you're looking at these coins, they're not always going to be around for you guys to actually capitalize on low prices. I want you guys to understand that one day, these price points are not going to be here no more, okay? And one day, the big institutions are going to own the majority of LCX, because when cryptocurrency gets regulated and a lot of these coins start to die, LCX will stand strong, and LCX will actually be a token that is utilized in the financial system. So with that being said, guys, it was just a short video on why you need to get into LCX, why this is one of the greatest coins in the market right now, and it's going to do perfectly fine. Even though the SEC claims it's a security, it's going to do perfectly fine without drama, okay? Without the actual institutions, it's doing perfectly fine. So imagine when the large institutions start to put money into this coin. This coin could be a $10 token, okay? In the next 10 years. That's why I told you guys, even though we're in the biggest bull run possible, this bull run here in 2025 is going to be huge, okay? But just remember, there's a bull run after that in 2030, okay? So where do you guys see yourself by 2030? I feel like a lot of you guys can actually be millionaires, okay? A lot of you guys can actually get this money and actually become a millionaire by 2030 if you play your cards right with LCX and different tokens, okay? Because if you actually time the bottom and buy the bottom, which is pretty, I won't say easy to do, but if you look at the market and say, you know what, history repeats itself, you can actually get in and say, you know what, a year after the bull run, a year and a half after the bull run, I'm going to buy back into actual LCX and I'm going to hold it till 2030. Guaranteed millionaire. Not financial advice, just good advice. Now, with that being said, it was Young Wealth signing out another video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Patch you out tomorrow. Peace.